Happy Sunday. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday, October the 5th. It is my niece Ashley's birthday. Happy birthday, Ashley. We love you. This is chat number 434, and it is titled Reignite Your Routine, Eating Out. So we're going to be talking about eating out and playing a fun, interactive, it's not really a game, but it's going to be interactive in the second half. But hello, everybody. Welcome to chat number 434. It is October. I'm sure somebody, when they pop on here in a few minutes, can tell us how many days we have left, or how many weekends, or how many Saturdays or weekends or something that we have left until Christmas. Yeah, my daughter's mother-in-law has been counting down. She's already been counting down. So she probably started counting down like the prior Christmas, you know, how many days she had left. But anyway, so we are winding down the end of the year. Hello, Carol Lou. It's good to see you. I know we still have 3 months left, but it's going to go by super fast. And hello to Lynn, and hello, Anne. Hello, Marlene. Good to see you. And let's see, yep, and there is Lynn. Hope you're feeling okay. I haven't heard in a bit, so I hope you are doing well. But this is Sunday, October the 5th. This is chat number 434. If you are brand new, we would love for you to give us a shout out. Let us know that you're brand new so that we can welcome you. And hello, Sarah from Raleigh, Massachusetts. Hello, Mary Ann, and hello, Mary from Pittsburgh. It's funny, all the Mary Anns, y'all all pop on at the same time. It seems like y'all pop on at the same time every week. But hello, everybody. I hope you all are having a great week so far. I did want to let you know before everybody gets on here that the tonsillitis and the strep throat seem to be completely gone, but I still have a teeny tiny bit of a cough every once in a while, so just don't panic if I start coughing. And hello, Karen from East Tennessee. Good to see you. So what about this weather, Karen? Yeah, hot again today. Gonna be cooler for a few days, then who knows what it's gonna do. And Lynn just said that she is still in rehab, so y'all please still send her well wishes. We hope that you get very well very soon, Lynn. Very well very soon. We are, hello, John from Home Base. It is good to see you. We're not making you any food tonight, John, so no food. Sorry, no food. So you can just have the leftover Post-it notes from the game when we get done. But today is October the 5th. And yes, Sarah, I'm feeling much better. Thank you very much. And hello, Christy from Olympia, Washington. Actually, we have, and hello, Melissa. We have quite a few of our 10th anniversary prize winners on here already. So I will mention, Michelle has everybody's prize in a box. All things have been written. All addresses have been written. And she should be getting them in the mail tomorrow. Yeah. That was an ordeal, yeah, and even though I pay her, so she's an employee of mine, I think she'll kill me if I ever do this again without, you know, kind of pre-checking what is going on before we start doing everything. But let's see, what is the news that I have for you all today as you all are popping in, and thank you for the hearts. That is very sweet, you all. So weekly summer game, we are continuing it because this has been such a hit. So Julie has been posting every week. She's been posting what her menu is. This time she posted what her menu is for October. I can't think that far ahead, but it has been an inspiration for me to pre-make some things. So because Julie has been posting she has been posting a menu for us. Oh, hold on a second. Elaine says, hi Kelly, gonna have to watch this later. My granddaughter got married. Oh my goodness, and they're still at the wedding. Congratulations, Elaine's granddaughter. We're at your wedding. I feel like we were at I would have dressed a little better if I had known that I was going to be at a wedding today. Oh my goodness, Elaine, you could have at least warned me so I could have worn something nicer. But hello to you, and hello Shirley, and hello to Hattie. But because Julie has been posting these, it's not a challenge. It's an encouragement, and she's kind of doing it in the form of of a game. To go ahead and pre-plan some menus. Y'all know that I am not great. I'm great at meal prep. I'm just not great at meal prep eating, like completing the eating part of it, because I get bored within a couple of days. So as a super simple, because we're going to have a busy week. The girls are on fall break. We've got a lot to get done this week, including regular work. So my meal prepping for this week is I bought a loaf of Nature's Own white wheat bread, which is 3 points for 2 slices. I bought some deli ham and some light ham and some deli light turkey and some light mayonnaise, pickles, and some fruit. And so my meal planning for this week is I'm gonna have a sandwich, a couple of pickles, and a piece of fruit every day. And you know what? That is meal planning at its finest. So thank you, Julie, for doing that. Deanna has also done another week of AI meal planning, which just completely freaks me out and makes me excited at the same time. So my egg announcement for this week, hello to Vicky. My public service egg announcement for this week is, many of you all have been following this saga. Lots of you have asked. My youngest granddaughter, Bo, does seem to be gluten intolerant, even maybe to the point of celiac. So she's already undergone 2 tests. She is a champ. Like, they keep drawing blood, they keep giving shots, they keep doing all this stuff, and she has been a champ through this whole thing. They asked me if I wanted a shot for my throat. I got sweaty just thinking about it, and she's over there like, yeah, I got a shot at the doctor, but I also got a sucker. You know, she is just such a champ, and hello to Anna. But she is gonna have to have, it went from, we're gonna take a like a kind of a mild or a non-aggressive approach, just kind of see where we're going with this, you know, whatever. And her x-ray came back as still constipated after a couple of weeks of Miralax. Then her blood work came back with high levels of inflammation, I think. And then the last test came back even higher. So she goes straight from you know, kind of passive testing straight to a colonoscopy on October the 13th. So it'll be a week from tomorrow. She's 4 years old and she has already earned herself a colonoscopy. So bless her heart. Just know if these tests come back like I think they're going to, I'm going to be wearing you all out asking questions about gluten and eating gluten-free. We've not ever had to do this. Wait, Carol Lou is multitasking while watching a special on her friend Cindy Lauper. Is she actually your friend? Are you serious? That is so super cool. Are you serious? But we've never had to deal with this. My brother-in-law has celiac, but I don't fix his food, you know, so I've not been paying that much attention. Sorry, Martin. But if it does come back that she tests positive for celiac, or, you know, just a high gluten intolerance, which it's really looking like that, I'm going to be wearing you all out. So if any of you all are gluten intolerant, know somebody that is, prepares food for somebody who is, or if you happen to have celiac, first of all, bless your heart. And I'll be wearing you out with questions about gluten and how to eat gluten-free. I will say, I have already found gluten-free Oreos, and actually they taste like regular Oreos. And let's see, Sarah says, oh, wow, colonoscopy so young, thought not till a certain age. Well, for this test, that's all they can do, Sarah. That is the definitive answer, and we're not going to go into gory details, but apparently all this, well, this marker and this test and this test, apparently if they do the colonoscopy, they will know for sure if that's what's going on, and we can take we can take affirmative action. I will say this, at 4, I think she stands a much better chance of making what her new diet is going to be a lifestyle, and she won't be like 12, 13, 14, you know, and all of a sudden, you know, or an adult and have to have it taken away. So I think it's actually going to work out. And if anybody has to have a colonoscopy, Bo's the one to sign up, because I'm telling you, she is a trooper. She's a trooper. When the rest of us are over there going, you know, don't touch me. She's a trooper for the whole thing. So I will keep you all posted on how that goes. That is not tomorrow. It's going to be a week from tomorrow. So on October the 13th, on Monday, October the 13th, and I'll keep you all posted on how she does and what the diagnosis is. But we're going to jump right into our topic for this week. And Karen, yes, she will be going to Children's Hospital for that. East Tennessee Children's Hospital. Yes, ma'am, she will be. So this week we are talking about reigniting. Hello, Yoli. We're, oh wait, hold on a second. Carol's answering. Oh my gosh, Carol, that's so fun. So Carol actually knew Cindy Lauper before she was famous and actually sang with her on stage. She used to do her hair. Oh my goodness. Carol, that is so fun. That is so fun. And I tell people all the time, I mean, she's just a person. I mean, she's got friends. She's got a mom. She's got a dad. She has family. She's got friends. You know, these people are they're just people. Okay, so this week, though, we are talking about reigniting your routine, and we are going to be talking about eating out. So in the second half, again, it's not so much a game, but I'm going to call it a game because it's got colors. We've got colored Post-it notes, and so we're going to turn it into a game. And we have a special guest who's on fall break tomorrow. this week who's going to help us in the second half. But did you know that by reviewing a restaurant's menu in advance, so going ahead and looking up the menu, checking it on your app, by looking up a restaurant's menu in advance, you can make more mindful or intentional decisions and choices instead of being influenced by hunger or social pressure. So think about it. If you look up, so let's say that you're going out to eat with friends or hubby or whatever, and you stop before you ever go, before you ever leave the driveway, you stop and look up the menu at a restaurant, you still might get the chocolate lava cake. And that is a glimpse into the second half, but you still might get the chocolate lava cake, but at least you go into this knowing that you're getting the chocolate lava cake. It's an informed decision, and you've made a decision instead of just throwing your hands up and saying, I don't know, wasn't my idea to go eat, but all my coworkers are going and I was forced to go. So, or if you go hungry, don't ever go out to eat hungry, like actually hungry. But if you'll look it up before you go, it significantly increases your chances of success and of not being influenced by, again, hunger or social pressure. And I think sometimes social pressure to order a certain thing or things is worse than actual hunger. So if you were in a situation, and you're gonna be in a situation at some point, for some of us, it's more often than for others. Like John and I go out to eat every single Friday night. We started doing that a couple of years ago because we had let all of our days, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, turn into work or kids, work or kids, work or kids, which sometimes is work, and sometimes work feels like kids. But we had let it consume every moment of every day of our lives. So years ago, we started going out on together on Friday nights, and we don't necessarily go somewhere fancy. We're not even necessarily gone very long, and we're usually back home pretty darn early. But we've made a conscious decision to go every Friday night, and we think about and look about what we're going to eat before we ever get there. Sometimes a day or two before we go. So before you say though, well, I don't know how to track when I eat out. Okay. Know this, just know these 5 things. If you're thinking, I don't even know what to do, I give up before I even left. And hello, Dalton from Humble, Texas. It is good to see you. But before you just throw your hands up and say, I don't even know how to track, know these 5 things before you ever have to be in this position. Number 1, I had my special guest go through the Weight Watchers app and look. And there are 400 as of today, and today is October the 5th, and again, it's my niece Ashley's birthday. Happy birthday, Ashley. She'll never see this. But she counted them, and as of today, as of October the 5th, 2025, there are 444. I don't know how it ended up being a 444, but she counted 444 different restaurants with pretty much their full menu. I mean, if it's not the full menu, but it's because it's new or it's something that's just recently come off, but they're pretty darn updated with the points in your Weight Watchers app. So if you don't know how to find that, I'll show you when we get to the second half. But you just go to the little icon in the upper left-hand corner, and it should be like a little picture of you, whatever your icon was when you set up your app. You touch that, and a drop-down menu is going to come down, and you tap restaurants, and you're going to get 444 restaurants to choose from as of today. Also, if you go to the Discovery tab, which is at the bottom of your app, if you touch that little Discovery icon, there are 5 restaurants that appear as a widget. And the widget, let's see, Donna says I used the take a picture on the app, and it was pretty accurate. Fantastic. So Donna tried that one. And aloha, Kathy. So that was one of the things that I was going to mention. Donna just segued in here, so we'll add that as number 6. So there is a feature where you can take a picture of your plate, and it will estimate what you have. The only time that it is, well, not the only time, but it's pretty darn accurate. And some things you can go back and fix. Like I took a picture of my plate one day, and it was butternut squash, and it thought it was sweet potatoes. That's okay. I knew it was butternut squash, so I only had one thing that I needed to adjust, but it is pretty darn close. And you know what? It's better than not tracking anything, isn't it, Donna? But so if you go to that Discovery tab, that little Discovery icon on your on your app, there are 5 widgets that come up where you can go straight to one of these 5 restaurants, and it'll even give you some suggestions on what to eat. And those 5 restaurants food establishments are McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Panera, Chipotle, and Starbucks. So let's say that you were headed to Panera and you think, oh, I didn't really want to go to Panera today, or I love Panera, but I don't know what to eat. If you touch that Discover button on your WW app, let those 5, you have to kind of scroll down just a tiny bit, and you will see those 5 icons. And when those come up, you just touch the one for Panera, and it will bring up some suggestions on what to eat. Now, if you want to look at their whole menu, you just touch See More, and it will bring up that whole list of 444 restaurants, and you can do a deep dive into Panera or wherever it is that you're going. But if you just use, and it's only available on those 5, I have a feeling those 5 paid. Well, I don't have a feeling. Those 5 must have paid to have widgets on the Weight Watchers app. I'm confident that's the only way that they got on there. But at least those 5, you can touch that and it will give you some suggestions. It will throw out some suggestions for you. It'll tell you the points. Sometimes it has a little thing that says, instead of this, get this, kind of make this combination. But anyway, so that is a great tool. The next thing is, if you eat at certain restaurants or even fast food establishments, and sorry, I was trying to say that and say hello to Sherry from Cape Coral, Florida. Hello. But if you eat certain things over and over and over again, like I have a favorite at Chick-fil-A, and it is I get the grilled chicken nuggets. And hello, Barbara from Bonao, South Carolina. But I get the grilled chicken nuggets, and then I get the kale side salad. And then we get a packet of the, I think it's the buffalo sauce. I'm pretty sure that's the one. But anyway, I have that in a diet lemonade, and I have that as a saved meal. So if you eat at certain restaurants over and over and over again, if you kind of tend to get the same thing, you can save that as a meal. So saving the meal doesn't have to be something that you prepared at home. You can do that with restaurants too. And that way, if I'm going back to Chick-fil-A, I just touch my saved meal, and it already puts in my grilled nuggets, my side salad, the diet lemonade, and the thing of, pretty sure it's buffalo sauce. It's really good, by the way, but it's hard to mix together in that one little container. I digress. That's a whole nother story. Okay, so that is another way to do that. Super easy to keep up with. If you can't find the specific restaurant that you are looking for, then look to see if there's a reasonable alternative out of those 444, so that you can get an idea on the points. So we have Buddy's Barbecue here. Buddy's Barbecue is local. They've got lots of locations now, but they are local to us. And so if I need, and they're not on the Weight Watchers app. So if I need to, if we eat occasionally at Buddy's Barbecue, not as often as we used to, but we do eat there occasionally. Well, Buddy's Barbecue it ain't on the app. Okay. So I'll just pick something like Sonny's Barbecue, or I forget, there's a couple of different ones on there, but I'll just find something similar, find some similar food, and, kind of finding it is, picking something that's similar. Again, it's way better than just not tracking at all. We have a new Japanese steakhouse that has opened here I'm pointing this direction, like y'all can see it, in Powell. So in Powell, we have a new Japanese steakhouse, Miyakabe, something like that. Anyway, we're going to go with some friends here in a couple of weeks, and I promise they are not on the app. So I'll be looking at something like P.F. Chang's or Wasabi, because I've been told that it's pretty similar to that. So again, don't just give up. Don't just say, well, we didn't go somewhere that's on the app. There are 444 restaurants on the app. Pick something that's similar, okay? Finding something that's similar, again, is better than just not tracking at all. You can also do a search. So we have a hibachi place here in Halls. Okay, so Halls is this way, Powell is that way. Anyway, we have a hibachi place in Halls called Kobe, and I just look up hibachi chicken. And when I find a hibachi chicken, put it in there. Put in hibachi rice, put in hibachi vegetables. For that one, I don't try to go, because it's a generic enough food that I don't try to go find a similar restaurant. Is this making sense? Is this making sense with everybody? So I hope this is resonating and it's giving you all, some ideas. Okay. And then the last thing is, when you find a reasonable substitution. So let's go back to the barbecue again. So like I need to look at barbecue under something besides Buddies because it's not on there. So if I look up Sonny's and if I look up, barbecued pulled chicken, or potato salad or baked beans or green beans or hush puppies or french fries or whatever it's going to be, take a minute to kind of, if you've been doing this any length of time, which I think all of us, I don't think any of us here are brand new Weight Watchers, and we might be brand new to this round. So, but I don't think any of us are brand new. Like Karen and I have been doing Weight Watchers for 30 years. So however old our children are, our youngest children are, subtract a year, and that's how long we've been doing Weight Watchers. So it is about 30 years for both of us. This is not our first rodeo. This is not our first time. We kind of know, like if we looked up, I don't know, let me think, it's like hush puppy. No, hush puppy's not a good one. Like if we looked up potato salad, and if one potato salad that I looked up, if it said, because Buddy's has potato salad, if it said 4 points and another potato salad said 16 points, and I'm looking at my Buddy's barbecue, I'd be like, yeah, it's not 16, but it sure ain't 4. So sometimes I'll have to, Dalton, repeat offender, and Barbara, you're welcome. But sometimes it just doesn't feel right, and you think, but even if you just tracked the 4, that's still better than not tracking anything. But you just kind of have to try it on, and see how it fits. So, and another example that I use all the time is if a pasta dish. So pasta can range wildly. I mean, absolutely wildly, depending on what kind of pasta it's made out of, how much, if it's got cream in it, if it has cheese in it. I mean, pasta points for a prepared pasta dish, like at Olive Garden or somewhere like that. I mean, it can vary wildly. So I try to find something, that's similar if I've decided to have pasta that day. So if it's like, let's say it's shrimp scampi in a blah blah pasta with a whatever butter cream sauce. Okay, if one of them's 7 and one of them's 20, I know shrimp scampi kind of swimming in a butter sauce is not 7. It's probably closer to 20. So does that make sense? Again, does that make sense? You just kind of have to try it on, and see how it fits. And let's see, Sarah says, Sarah is a repeat offender too. Oh, and she was with Jeannie Craig a few times. It was so expensive, and Weight Watchers is the best way. I still totally 100% agree. Okay. So when you're doing something like that and you're trying it on for size just to see how that, how you think those points kind of fit, don't always necessarily shoot low unless you think, okay, it could be low, or shoot all the way to the top. I think it's a great idea unless it's shrimp scampi swimming in like if the little shrimp are actually swimming in the butter sauce, you got a pretty good chance of it being all the way to the top. But if you think, wow, this is not that creamy, or it's a tomato base, doesn't have cream in it anywhere, doesn't have, doesn't look like it's got a lot of butter, whatever, it's got a lot of vegetables in it, or, oh, look, they made it on whole wheat pasta, whatever, maybe shoot somewhere in between. That's what I try to do. So again, in this example, if we had a 7 point, like one of the things I looked up was 7 points and another one was 20, I try to shoot somewhere in the middle and maybe say like, 12-ish, 12, 13, 14-ish, because again, your day resets tomorrow. So if you guess too low, you at least guessed something. But if you guess too high, your day resets tomorrow and you get a chance to start all over again. This is also, if you're going to be eating out, this is also a perfect opportunity to try out that split tracking that we have talked about many times over many years. And split tracking, you would just take whatever your dinner is for tonight and go ahead and track it for tomorrow. Whatever your eating out meal is, whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, but let's just pretend like it's dinner. You would take your eating out meal. So let's say that we guessed that it was 15 points. We had a pasta meal tonight, didn't have anything extra with it. We're gonna guess that we looked it up, made a great guess, decided that it was 15 points or 20 points. You go ahead and track that for that meal the next day, and then that tells you how many points you have left for that day. So it's a lot easier knowing the next day, like if you tracked, hello Vicky, if you tracked 20 points for that meal, to know what you've got left for those other 2 meals that day. But if you start split tracking, you kind of have to stay on it. So then like the next day, you would do your, you would track dinner for the next night, the next day, dinner for the next night, dinner for the next night, because your body doesn't care which order those 3 meals were in, or 4 meals or 5 meals or whatever. It just knows 24 hours. And it doesn't matter if the 24 hours starts at 6 o'clock one morning or if it starts at 6 o'clock one night. Okay, that's a lot of blabbering about eating out. Hopefully everybody kind of understands, and you see that you have 444 tools. Don't forget, I did not list it as one of the tools. I'm not going to start. I did not list it as one of the tools, but don't forget, you can always throw a question out to our group. And if you are not already a member of the If You Have an Egg Facebook group, I'm sure one of our lovely ladies or gent, well, we have 2 gents right now, would be happy to share that with you so that you can hop over there after the chat and request to join. But just throw out a question to say, look, we're headed to a steakhouse, never been here before, can't find it in the app. I've looked at the menu and I've decided to eat this, 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 and this, and get some feedback on what people think they would save it for. Okay, Yoli says, is it bad to eat minimal, saving points, knowing dinner will be higher in points? I was told you shouldn't do that because, hold on, I'm gonna see this question, because your body stores the food. No, that's not, no, Yoli, it's not a bad idea as long as you're not depriving yourself. You absolutely can eat lower point meals for the other meals. That's why this split tracking works for some people. If they're high, eating out aside, if their higher point meal is like the dinner meal, if you go ahead and start that split tracking, then you already know how many points you have left for the day. So if my meal, like if my dinner tonight was 20 points, and if I track it to, if I start doing split tracking, and you can't switch back and forth. If you switch, you need to stay on it for a while. But if I put that 20 points on for tomorrow night, then I know I have 3 points left for the rest of my meals for tomorrow, unless I've got some points saved up or something like that. But it just makes it a little bit easier. But I would not point hoard, like don't not eat, or don't deprive yourself unless you need to eat 0 point foods or you've got a good mix or whatever, but don't point hoard and then just like blow it on stuff. I actually had a friend who would eat 0 point foods all day long and she was miserable. It wasn't like she was eating, and this was before we had so many 0 point options, hundreds of 0 point options. But she would point hoard all day long. And then she would have, I think back then she had like 26 points for the day. And then she would eat like 26 points of Skittles. And I'm not kidding you. So she would make herself miserable all day long, make herself miserable, would withhold food, wouldn't eat food, eat 0 point stuff that wasn't, filling, wasn't satisfying, and then eat 26 points worth of Skittles. That's not what we're talking about, okay? We're saying, oh, I'm gonna go have, like Casey and Alan went to Olive Garden last night while John and I took the girls to the Shriner Circus, which, by the way, if you have Shriners in your town and if the Shriner Circus is coming to town, go. The show is awesome this year. They actually shoot a guy out of a cannon. Blah. We were like, eee. Anyway, if you happen to have Shriners in your town, and my brother-in-law is a Shriner, but if you happen to have Shriners in town and the circus is coming to town, go, go, go. Plus you can get the tickets for free from them. Anyway, so Casey and Alan went to Olive Garden last night and they made some great choices and they brought part of it home. But this morning they were right back at it. Alan is taking Manjaro because he's diabetic, but with the help of the Manjaro and some portion control, he's not really doing a diet, he's just doing portion control. He has lost about 70 pounds, and Casey is just doing portion control and working out. No GLP-1s, nothing like that. And I want to say she'll have to correct me, and I know she's not here, but she'll have to correct me. She's over 50 pounds lost now. Anyway, sometimes it's just about good decisions. Sometimes it's about common sense, making good decisions, getting it on paper, even if you're wrong. It'd be better to write down you had 7 points worth of pasta than to write down no pasta. Even if it was closer to 20, it would be better to write down the 7 and acknowledge that you had it than just to completely ignore it and then a couple of days later be like, wait, what happened? What happened? Okay, so we are seriously close to the second half of the chat. We do have a lot to talk about. Special guest, you need to head this way. Everybody go ahead and grab your water while we wait on the special guest to head over here. Special guest, do you want to take a sip of your water? Or are you going to drink that? Okay. Okay, I'm going to get my apron on. Look who's back again. Alyssa is on fall break this week. And her sister is home. We're not cooking food, so I don't know why I'm fixing my hair. Her sister is home snuggling with their mother. Thank you, Barbara. It is time to drink some water. And so Alyssa is going to be assisting us because she's a great assistant. She's also a great sous chef when we actually have a place to cook. Hopefully in a couple of weeks, I will have some amazing, oh, they're waving at you. Hopefully I will have some amazing news for you all here in a couple of weeks. And Mary says, hey, sweetie. So Barbara was waving and Mary says, hey, sweetie.
Can I go get a seat?
Oh, what? Do you need a seat? Okay, she's gonna go grab herself a stool and then she will be right back. Yeah, well, Yoli, I don't want her, so Yoli says hi and Sarah says hi. Yoli, I do not want her to get kicked out of school to become a permanent fixture, but thank you, I appreciate it. And if the good news, and I may have to go help her, why don't you come stand and talk to them for a second while I grab that, or if you got it. If y'all could see her, she's rolling, dragging a chair across the floor. Okay, sorry for the noise. Ah, don't drop it, don't drop it. Here, let me help you. Okay, she's strong, she's gonna get it. Okay, while Alyssa is wrestling her chair over here, let me, you got it? Okay, that is from some strong muscles, and do you know how you get strong muscles? From eating vegetables, eating protein, eating fruit. Wow, that one's a squeaky one, isn't it? Okay, hop up so we can get started. Okay, so, and everybody's waving and saying hello. Okay, let me scoot you up a little bit to make sure that you can reach all of these. So I asked you all earlier today to pick some eating out places, and we had either Salsaritas or Chipotle, Olive Garden or Applebee's, Starbucks or Dunkin'. And the winners were, so more of you all eat at Chipotle than Salsaritas. Sit up, remember we talked about this. Act like you're almost 8, okay? More of you all chose Chipotle than Salsaritas. Way more of you chose Applebee's than Olive Garden. I had thrown Olive Garden on there since Casey and Alan went last night. And by a landslide, Starbucks over Dunkin', which people here are pretty they love Dunkin'. And we have, what's that place you walk the smoothies from? What's it called? Dutch Bros? Oh, Dutch Bros. Okay. Well, Dutch Bros wasn't even in the running. But anyway, okay. So we're gonna do the drink place first, just to kind of get y'all broken in. So Starbucks. Y'all picked Starbucks. At Starbucks, we're gonna give you 2 choices, and I wrote all these backwards so that you would be able to see them. And Alyssa was having a little trouble reading them. Let's see if she can figure out which ones are which. Okay, so your choices, we are gonna have a little snack and a beverage. So your choices are, you can either pick an eggs and cheddar protein box, or you can pick a cheese and fruit protein box. So do you think would you do an eggs and you all answer though. Remember I said you all have to be interactive tonight. You have to answer questions and quickly. You gotta answer them quickly, okay? So what do you think? You vote too. Would you rather do an eggs and cheddar protein box or a cheese and fruit protein box?
Cheese and fruit.
Okay, Alyssa picks cheese and fruit. We need a couple of other people to pick eggs and cheddar protein box or cheese and fruit protein box. Okay, y'all are gonna have to answer quicker than this if we're gonna get all 3 of them done. Cheese and fruit. Okay, is that what you said? Okay, so Alyssa, oh, and Carol says, hi, Peanut. Yoli says eggs. Okay, we're gonna do the cheese and fruit. So we're gonna put that one on there.
and cheddar.
Ooh, oh, no, we got 2 eggs and cheddar, cheese and fruit. Okay, so Shirley says cheese and fruit. Okay, so we're gonna start with the cheese and fruit. I thought we were supposed to pick one. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, Anne, don't worry about it. No cheating. No cheating. Okay, and hopefully I wrote these correctly. Okay, then next,
I don't even know which one.
then next is your drink. You can either have a tall matcha tea latte with 2% milk, or you can have, oh, Dalton picked cheese and fruit too. You can either have a tall matcha tea latte with 2% milk, or an iced brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso. The second one is just fun to say. Can you say that? All that?
Iced brown sugar, oat milk, shaken.
And that says, that's supposed to say espresso.
Espresso.
Mm-hmm. Yep, espresso.
At least
So
I
what do you
can
think?
say
Do y'all want the matcha tea latte with 2% milk, or do you want an iced brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso? And that just, it just sounds fun. Okay, Dalton says tea. Which one do you think? Do you want coffee or tea?
Tea.
Oh, Barbara says number 1. Okay, so we're gonna do the tea. Okay, so Alyssa is gonna hold this up for you. This one is, oops, hold on. I have to spread them out a little bit so that y'all can see. Okay, so this one is the cheese and fruit. Here, hold it up real close. Cheese and fruit protein, what does that even say? Protein, oh, box. Sorry, I wrote it backwards, so I'm having trouble reading. Okay, so the first cheese and fruit protein box is, how many points is that? That didn't turn out right.
16.
No, it's 16. I think I wrote the 6 backwards. Did I write the 6 backwards?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. I wrote the 6 backwards. We got to fix that real quick. Hello, Barbara. So it's supposed to be a 16. Let's see. 16. Is that right? No, that's still going to say 61, isn't it? It's not 61. It's 16. Hold on. 16. Does that say 16? There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. So that one is 16. And the matcha tea is 7. 7. So your other choice was an eggs and cheddar protein box. The eggs and cheddar protein box is 8. Oops. Is 8. And the iced brown sugar oatmeal shaken espresso. Yeah, sorry, Barbara. I have to write them backwards. Iced brown sugar oatmeal shaken. No, iced brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso is 4. So if we were, I know. So if we were literally going just based on the points, it would have been less points to do the eggs and cheese protein box and the iced brown sugar oatmeal shaken espresso. Okay, does that make sense? Do you see how that works? And literally, do you know how I knew that? I looked it up. I just looked it up.
Wait, both of
what?
Both of those made 12.
Oh, whoa, that's crazy. Okay, next is going to be Chipotle. So that was our breakfast. Next, we're going to do our lunch. So we're going to eat it out 3 times today. So next, we're going to do Chipotle. And your choices for Chipotle are the cilantro lime brown rice or the no, sorry, we're going to start with an appetizer first. So I know, Dalton, the struggle bus. I get it. But you know what? Okay, so Dalton says that's why he rides the struggle bus or drives the struggle bus. Me too, buddy. That's why I have to look them up because I would have picked the wrong one too. Okay, so first we're gonna do an appetizer at Chipotle. Do you want chips and salsa or chips and queso?
On those 2.
Which one do you think? Chips and salsa or chips and queso? And it's gonna be these purples over here.
Chips and salsa.
Okay. Ooh, do you like salsa?
Never tried.
I feel like you tried it with me before. So do you want chips and queso or chips and salsa?
Still getting used to.
Oh yeah, having both of those teeth gone.
They're still gone, but at least they're coming in.
Yeah, they are coming in, so you'll be able to eat soon. And then while I'm waiting on you all to answer on that one, your next question is going to be
Okay,
cilantro, lime, chips and salsa,
Chips and salsa.
cilantro, lime, brown rice,
Salsa.
or cilantro, lime, white rice. So do you want brown rice or white rice? Okay, so it looks like everybody's picking salsa, so just put it right there. Okay, chips and salsa. And then the next question was cilantro, lime, brown rice, or white rice. Why? How come? Because you think you like it better?
Yeah.
Or, okay. Okie dokie.
Getting ready to pick this up.
Okay, Dalton's chips and
salsa.
salsa. Chips and Marlene's chips and salsa. Okay, let's switch to rice. Okay, Donna says brown rice. Sarah says brown rice. I think you're gonna have to pick brown rice.
Brown.
Okay, brown. Okay, she's gonna pick brown rice while y'all are voting.
Brown.
Okay, next is black beans or pinto beans. Do y'all want black beans or pinto beans? So that one's next to vote on. Black beans or pinto
can't
beans.
find
Ooh,
them.
Dalton.
I can't
Oh,
find
look.
them.
Dalton voted with you. He said white rice. You and Dalton can be boom. High five. Okay, black beans or
Brown
pinto
rice,
beans.
brown,
Okay,
brown,
don't wiggle
brown
around.
rice.
Black beans or pinto beans. Okay, let's get some votes on the beans. Vicky says brown
Steak.
rice. Donna says minus the
This one
cilantro.
or-
Can you get those minus the? Can you get that minus
This
the
one and
cilantro?
this one?
Not yet. Yeah, and that's totally fine. Carol, okay, Karen says black beans. Yoli says black beans. And Phyllis, Phyllis says pinto. Melissa, oh no, we're neck and neck. Black beans and pinto beans, we're neck and neck. Oh, black beans wins. Okay, and then your next one is, do you want chicken, steak, or
Grilled cheese
barbacoa?
rice.
So you can pick
Huh?
what? I'm sorry, what?
I didn't hear you.
Oh, chicken. You can either pick chicken as a topping. You can pick chicken or steak
Chicken.
or barbacoa. And she is trying to influence your decision by saying chicken, by chanting chicken. It's not lava chicken. It's not Steve's lava chicken.
No. That's not what I meant.
Oh,
Just
okay.
normal chicken.
It's just normal chicken, not
Yeah.
Steve's lava chicken.
No.
Okay.
I can't believe you still remember that.
Of course I still remember that. It was hilarious. Okay, chicken. Oh, Barbara says chicken.
Everybody,
Yoli says
like
chicken.
when everybody
So you can have
said,
chicken.
I am Steve.
Yep. You can have chicken, steak, or barbacoa. Vicky says steak. We've got 3 chickens. Okay, 4 chickens. Slap some chicken up there.
I was about to pick steak.
Put it on there. Okay,
I
well, we're
did.
going to check it. Okay. Ooh, Barbados. Phyllis, I know what you meant to type, but yeah, Barbados does sound nice. Okay, so chips and salsa. Hopefully that says the right thing.
12.
Yeah, 12
12,
points. That's what it's
12,
supposed to say.
12,
And
12,
somebody
12,
explain what
12.
Somebody explain what the barbacoa is. Okay, the next one, brown rice, is 6 points for a serving. I know, but doesn't Barbados sound nice? The next one is black beans. The black beans are 0 points. And then the last one is chicken for 1 point. Okay, let me show you.
0.
Yep, for 0. Okay, so let me show you a couple of things. So for everybody who picked chips and salsa for 16 points, the chips and queso were 27 points. So even if you had chips and salsa, it's less than half the points than the chips and queso. Okay, if you had chosen the white rice, so I think it was Dalton and Alyssa who chose the white rice. So the brown rice for a serving is 6. The white rice for a serving is only 7. It's only 1 more point. So Dalton and Alyssa, you all could have the white rice for just 1 more point.
Yay.
The pinto beans, let me see if I can do this upside down and backwards. The pinto beans, also 0 points. So 0 points for the black beans and the pinto beans. Get both beans. Get 2 kinds of beans. And then the last 2, if you picked steak, and I'm gonna run out of room, chicken, steak, or barbacoa. And somebody explain what the barbacoa is. So chicken is 1 point, The steak is also 1 point, and for a serving, and the barbacoa also one point. It's also 1 point. So you could have gotten chicken or steak or the barbacoa, all just as the topping, all for only 1 point. So, okay, is this starting to feel a little better? So people who were worried about trying to make some selections at a restaurant, is this starting to feel a little easier? Is it starting to feel a little better? And there's absolutely nothing wrong with making a Post-it note stack so that you can pre-plan and write it down. So that you can pre-plan and write it down and move it around and see, okay, let's see, today I did this, so I'm gonna put this one over here, and now I'm gonna have this one. I mean, we have, probably 50 packs of Post-it notes, I guess? We have Post-it notes everywhere. Okay, let's do the last one because it's gonna take a minute, and we only have 13 minutes left. Okay, now for dinner, we're at Applebee's. I know, in Dalton, like 100%, there are some days that I would have picked steak, the white cilantro rice, and still been at what, 8 points, I guess? Okay, so now we're at Applebee's. Do you want blackened Cajun salmon, or do you want an 8-ounce top sirloin? So, I wish I just could have brought, okay, so yes, Yoli, it is a great visual, and I wish I could have brought the food. Wouldn't that have been good? Yeah. If we had the food so that we could pick from that, but that's okay. Okay, so blackened Cajun salmon, or an 8-ounce top sirloin. Do it? It would have been a lot of food, I know.
It would be covering the whole entire.
Yeah, and Yoli's right. Barbacoa is their shredded beef. Okay, Shirley says top sirloin. Donna says salmon. Mary says salmon. Oh, Sherry says salmon.
This one?
That one, salmon. Okay, that one goes at the top. Ooh, Dalton's picking the top sirloin. We'll see. We'll check it here in just a second, Dalton. Okay, and then as one of your sides, do you want a Caesar side salad, or French onion soup, or garlic mashed potatoes? And those are the regular garlic mashed potatoes. Those are not the loaded garlic mashed potatoes. They also have those at Applebee's. So your choices on this first round of sides is Caesar side salad, French, oh wait, Alyssa, tell Lynn. Lynn is still sick. Can you tell her you hope she gets to feeling better?
I hope you feel better.
So you can choose a Caesar side salad, French onion soup, or garlic mashed potatoes. So which of those three do you think you want? Can you get a drink of your drink? We're gonna take a sip of drink while you're doing that. Did you? When did you do that?
Just a second ago.
Okay, Donna's picking the potatoes. Barbara's picking the salad. Karen's picking the salad. Sit. We're duking it out. We're duking it out on the salad and the mashed potatoes. Oh, I think mashed potatoes might be pulling ahead. Marlene says French onion soup. Yoli says soup. Vicky's, the soup is pulling ahead. Oh, now we're neck and neck. Soup and mashed potatoes. Shirley says potatoes. Oh, garlic mashed potatoes. Melissa says garlic mashed potatoes. So put that one right here. Okay. And then, do you want steamed broccoli as it comes? So, do you want steamed? So your next choice is, do you want steamed broccoli like it comes, or no? So all you have to say is yes or no on the steamed broccoli as it comes. So that's your next choice.
You're welcome.
Remember that place where we used to go visit Nana? Where they came and took care of her and helped her get stronger and helped her so that she could get up and around again? That's what kind of place Lynn's at.
Oh.
Isn't that a good idea?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so do you want, yes or no, do you want steamed broccoli as it comes? Okay, and Donna says yes. Christy says yes. I have a feeling it's going to be yes, so go ahead and put that down. Vicky says yes. Okay, now here's the big one. So this is a special evening out. You're having a special evening out with your best date. So you're going to have something special. Do you want a chocolate milkshake? Uh-oh, people are saying no. Well, that's okay. We'll get to that. Do you want a chocolate milkshake or do you want the triple chocolate meltdown dessert? Oh, Melissa says no broccoli. No broccoli. Okay.
Oh, she
do you
doesn't
want?
like broccoli.
I know. Yeah.
I love
Do you?
broccoli.
I know. I do too. That's one of the few vegetables Alyssa will actually eat. Do you want a chocolate shake, or do you want a triple chocolate meltdown?
Or I would pick this one.
Would you? Over a chocolate shake? Okay, let's see what everybody says. So chocolate shake or triple chocolate meltdown. Let's see. Meltdown. Triple chocolate. Donna says, yay, triple chocolate. Shirley says chocolate meltdown. Ooh, Yoli says the shake. I think the meltdown's gonna melt down. Okay, so meltdown's gonna win. Okay, so let's see how we did on this one. Okay, the blackened Cajun salmon, oops, is gonna cover up the one underneath it. So let me move it up just a little bit. Is 1 point. So good job, everybody. It's only 1 point for that. The garlic mashed potatoes is 5 points. Yeah, it's only five. Only 5 points. Yeah.
No.
The broccoli, as it comes, is 3 points. So the broccoli, just as it comes with no special instructions, is 3 points. Melissa doesn't like broccoli anyway. I'm guessing she really would not like 3-point broccoli, and I'll tell you what to do about it here in a second. And then the triple chocolate meltdown is 46 points. But
Yeah.
surely you're not going to eat this by yourself. So let me show you what the other choices are. So the blackened salmon was 1 point. The 8-ounce top sirloin, 1 point. 1 point. So you could actually have both of those for a lot of money, but 1 point, okay? The garlic mashed potatoes are 5 points. The Caesar side salad is 7 points. So the Caesar side salad is more points than the garlic mashed potatoes. The French onion soup, are y'all sitting down? The French onion soup is 15 points. So really the garlic mashed potatoes are the best deal. It seems counterintuitive, but it is a serving of garlic mashed potatoes. Remember I said not the loaded garlic mashed potatoes, just the regular garlic mashed potatoes. A serving is 5 points, so that would be the better deal for your money. Yeah, French onion soup, love it. It is so delicious, but yeah, I'm not spending 15 points on it. And then the chocolate shake. So the triple chocolate meltdown was what, 46 points? Is that right? 46 points, yeah. The chocolate milkshake. So if you got a chocolate milkshake, you're probably going to drink it yourself. I don't know how many of us would be sharing our milkshake. Would you share a milkshake if you got it, or would you just drink it by yourself? Yeah. So Alyssa says by herself. I probably would too. Well, it's that soup, Yoli. So the French onion soup, it's because it's covered in cheese. It's got croutons. So yes, it is a delicious onion soup, but it always has croutons in it or some kind of bread in it, and it is covered in cheese and melted. But this milkshake that you're probably going to drink by yourself is 44 points.
Okay.
So if you're, yeah. So, okay. So
Yes.
Alyssa, okay, scoot over here so they can see your face. Say okay again.
Okay.
Yeah. So Alyssa's like, okay, I see what you're doing there. So if a 7.5-year-old, a 7 3/4-year-old can figure this out, we can figure this out too. So the milkshake for 44 points, probably would be drinking it by myself. So that's off. That's off the list. But the triple chocolate meltdown cake, you would probably share that with your friends at the table. So Alyssa, let's see, let's do some math real quick. Well, I can't do that high. 46, if there were 4 people, so what is 46 divided by 4, do you think? Let's see, 40.
Divided by 4?
I know, y'all haven't started doing that yet. By 4. So 46 divided by 4 would be 40 divided by 4 is 10. 6 is not divisible.
I feel like
Oh, was that backwards? Oh, whoopsie, it was the chocolate shake backwards. And yeah, and you can totally pass on the dessert, Mary. Because, oh, Mary, you could actually have 44 of the 8-ounce top sirloin for the amount of the milkshake.
44.
So, no, 46 divided by 4. Well, 44 divided by 4 would be 11. So, it would be a little over 11. It would be like 11 and a half-ish.
Wait, no. Wait.
So if you split, okay, thank you all. Yeah, so Mary rounded down, Mary rounded down to 11, Yoli rounded up to 12.
Oh.
So if you, that's fine. So I got 11 and a half. So if you split the triple chocolate meltdown with 3 other people at your table, it would be 11 or 12 points. That's not horrible. That is not horrible for a treat, especially if you only spent 1 point on either a sirloin or blackened Cajun salmon. So if you spent 1 point on that, 5 on the garlic mashed potatoes, you're up to 6 points. If you order the steamed broccoli without butter, you have to tell them, hold the butter, just tell them you don't do dairy or something. You know, if you make it, this is gonna sound awful, but it's not awful. You don't have to say, I'm in a diet, so I can't have butter. Don't say that. Just say, hey, listen, I have to be dairy free. Please do not put any butter on that broccoli. And if they think it's a health concern, they are happy to, even the crabbiest waiter or server is happy to withhold that. So if you had the steamed broccoli with no butter, that's 0. The garlic mashed potatoes for 5. Either the blackened Cajun shrimp or the sirloin for 1. That is only 6 points for your dinner. Only 6 points for your dinner. And then if you split this triple chocolate meltdown with 3 other people, so if there were 4 of you, that still is only 6 plus, let's call it 12, 18. That's only 18. And hello, Caroline, I didn't see you pop in. That's only 18 points. Okay, does this seem more doable? And is everybody gonna rush out and buy multiple things of Post-it notes so that you can write down what your menu options are and move them around? I mean, knowing before you go, this is critical. Sit up. This is critical. Okay, total 17. Yeah. This is critical to know before you go, because if we had accidentally gotten the French onion soup, so the sirloin or the salmon would have been 1, the French onion soup would have been 16. If we had let them leave the butter on the broccoli, we would already be over where we would be with the triple chocolate meltdown if we just weren't paying attention. And I promise you, those garlic mashed potatoes are fantastic. That's what I got the last time we were there. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense, everybody. Hopefully you all quit that. Hopefully you all are also watching this on YouTube. That's just youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg. And if you are, please let that next video, this one, that video right there, please let that video roll over. I promise you'll enjoy it. And if you let 2 videos roll over, you'll see our 10th anniversary party that we had with the party poppers. And if you are watching this on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and click that little bell so that you'll know when the next time is that we are going to be posting a video. But you all have a great week, and we will see you next time. And I will definitely let y'all know next Sunday when I see you. We will not have had Bo's test yet, but I'll let y'all know on Monday how she did. Ooh, and Sarah says it's going to be a full super harvest moon tomorrow night. So John, did you see that? A full, let's see, hold on. Full super harvest moon tomorrow night. They're going to have fun at the memory care tomorrow night. And Yoli says, wonder what soup without cheese and croutons. I mean, you could maybe get it without that. I'm not really sure. Always ask, though. It's always best to ask. Okay, so hopefully you all will be kind of making out your menu, and hopefully you will be, using some Post-it notes or a wipe-off board or some other fun way, to figure out what you're going to eat before you're going to get there, because I think this was a surprise to me. A surprise to me. I think it's going to be, that was a Zombieland. A surprise to me, and I think it would be, a surprise to some of you all, too. So anyway, y'all have a good night. I'm going to get this one home and in the bed, even though she's on fall break tomorrow. We are an hour and 15 minutes past her bedtime, And we had them out so late last night at the Shriner Circus. Again, if you have a Shriner Circus in your area, if it's not been through yet, go watch it. It was really, really good. But y'all have a great evening, and we will see you next time. Good night. Tell everybody good night. Are you trying to make it do the thumbs up? Okay, good night, everybody. Have a great week.
I saw one.
Did you see it? Have a great week. Look, they're giving you all those hearts. Can you say thank you? Thank you. Y'all have a great week. See you next time. Good night.